Hello. In today's video, I'll be playing the Libertad, going over the top 5 mistakes brawler battleships make in World of Warships. So, I'll be playing the Libertad, showcasing how to play the Libertad, as well as going over the top 5 common mistakes I see brawler battleships make. So let's go over the build real quick. So I build in the DCP in the first slot, reduced fire chance and flood chance in the second, secondaries of course in the third, shorter fire duration and flood chance in the fourth, consume in the fifth, and secondaries in the sixth. And for the commander, I do preventative maintenance, and then I do the brisk, then I do the 2 secondaries, and that will be your 10-point build. After that, your 14-point build will then be fire prevention, 18-point will be concealment, and finally the final one will be adrenaline rush. So let's get into the match. Now the build that I pick is more of a damage build. You're meant to kind of stay out a little bit far at first. You're not meant to tank with this build like all the way. Essentially, once you go in, you're staying in until you're dead, essentially, or you just kill everyone with your damage. Now, if you want to build more into having an extra heal or having improved heals, you can, but mine's more of a DPM build because of the fact that I'm building into adrenaline rush. So let's see here. One of the top mistakes I see that a lot of brawler battleships make is they will just W in. And that's not what you want to do. You want to get a layout of who you're going to be facing, positions of your enemies, what kind of torpedo boats you're going to be facing, if you're facing aircraft carriers, submarines, those kind of threats, right? So as we can see, we have a Libertad, a Vermont, Kremlin, Burgoyne, Zao, Des Moines, Hawaii, Petro, La Pampa, Gearing Hull, and the new Renault on the enemy team. So they have 2 big torpedo boats. They have a few island farmers here. Some threats here. Not like, Vermont could be a threat, but we'll have to see. You see on the map that we have 1 Ohio here, so 1 battleship spawn, 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer. So I expect the same spawn to be here, and then I also expect the spawns to be same for most of the rest of the team. So at first, I'm gonna get myself positioning, heading toward more this side of the map to help cover A, to help out the Shima. So I'm going to be getting in position there. Now, while we're getting into position, let's talk about the second biggest mistake I see brawler battleships make. And that is, once you're in or once you're committed, you try to shoot all of your guns. So say, for instance, on Libertad, you're trying to shoot all of your guns, right? You see how much broadside you're showing here? Yeah, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is if you can look at the bottom left of the screen here, you see where it shows how I only have 2 guns being able to shoot. You want to make it where when you're shooting, or how you're angling to someone, you want to make it where you have only 2 or barely 3 guns being able to shoot. Because if you do more to where it's 4, then you're showing way too much, and you're taking a lot of damage. So you only want to have 2 guns being able to shoot so that you're being able to be more angled to your target and taking less damage. And that also works when you're kiting. So when you're kiting, you see the 2 rear guns are able to shoot, and then you have the 3 here, right? So you can have 3 guns shooting when you're kiting to be able to keep that really strong angle on your side, so you're able to take less damage. All right, so we're gonna make it where we're gonna be going down this lane to help out with the Petro and the Libertad. So I'm gonna start turning in, and I'm gonna have AP loaded to start. Wait, no, I see a Des Moines here. All right, we see a Des Moines here. We're gonna use AP on him. I don't want to shoot too early. I want him to make sure he's committed here. Push it a little bit low. I'm going to get a little bit greedy on this shot. Now, he is going to turn in. He is going to be able to angle to this shot, but that's fine because we did mess up his angle a little bit on where he was trying to go. All right, so we see that our Libertad's already turning out. We see the Petro staying bow in. Des Moines, he is doing something. He is, I don't know. It looks like he should be turning in. Okay, so we may be able to get like 1 more shot. Alright, we do have torpedoes coming in, but we'll be okay. Those shells, I don't think they're going to hit the Des Moines. Nah, he's a legendary modded, so they're not going to hit. Alright, so those torpedoes, those should be the Renault. The Renault torps. So I'll be watching out for that. All right, so we have the Des Moines here. We have the Kremlin here. We have the Hull here. Okay, we got to start putting pressure on this right now. All right, so keep your secondaries aimed at someone, so at least you're getting the bonus on that. Now, I'm not fully committing yet. I'm taking my time on figuring out where I want to go. Because the Renault does have 20-kilometer torps, so you do have to be careful of that. Okay, I feel like I can get around here to where I can use the island as cover while putting pressure on this Des Moines. Because I want this Des Moines out of the match. I don't want him being here. So I'm going to keep putting pressure on him by sitting myself right around here. And I'm watching my sides to make sure I'm not showing too much side to one side. Libertad isn't really paying attention to me right now, but I'm going to put pressure on this Des Moines. And I'm not going to keep pushing. I'm going to sit right around here, keep pressure on this Des Moines as he gets demolished by the Schlieffen. All right, cool. Now, the Kremlin's going to be distracted by the Schlieffen. He is, looks like he's making one of the big mistakes of being overly committed. So, yeah, he isn't going to last too long. So, I am going to show a little bit more side here to be able to get more of my guns onto the Kremlin to be able to help out our Schlieffen. But, yeah, I really don't think he's going to... Yeah. Our Ohio did go down. That's not good for us, but I do have a plan. I do have a plan here. My plan is to use this island, and I'm going to start turning out. Now, the Kremlin did shoot at me, and not the Schlieffen, which is really surprising, because there is a Schlieffen just Wing at him, and he'd rather shoot me. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so now that the Nola Renault is going to be starting to come out here, we have to start being a little bit careful. All right, I'm going to turn myself out. We're going to get our guns turned, because I want to be able to shoot at this Kremlin. Because we have the Vermont that's going to be coming around. We have the Shima that's here. Shima's going to be able to help me against the... Oh, there he is. Okay. All right. Well, you know, I know you have a torpedo reload booster, but yeah, you're dead. So good job, I guess. All right, that was a great plan. All right. Okay, we gotta be able to get into position though to be able to watch out for the Libertad. Kremlin's probably gonna keep taking pot shots at us. We gotta watch out for that. Remember the rule of keeping 2 or 3 guns onto a target. Remember that rule. Not forget that rule. I need to make sure I'm also reminding myself of that as well during this engagement, so I don't show too much side to somebody, because in this situation I need to save as much HP as possible. Luckily their Libertad's pretty far away, so he's not the biggest threat, but he will be like an annoyance over time. All right, so Kremlin, I'm still watching out for shots from him. Also, when you're aiming, make sure you use free look as well so you can take out for other targets. And you're just trying to keep all of your guns on target. If you see the Vermont if I start seeing this Vermont slow down, I'm going to start slowing down and make sure he doesn't get outside my secondary range. But I'm trying to keep him in around a sweet spot. So Libertad, not even an afterthought anymore. He's gone. I'm not really worried about him anymore. Zal's more of a threat to me at this point than anything else. Alright, I'm going to DCP the one fire just because I need to conserve HP. I'm only DCPing it because I built into it. Alright. Okay, we're going to go right because we do need to go around this island here. Kremlin is gone. Don't have to worry about him. So we're going to go this way. Libertad is using AP. That's actually good for me. Nope. We just got to keep on going. Keep chugging along. Nope, 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 nope. Keep chugging along. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be okay. Yep, you just pop that heal the moment you get it. I need to slow down back so I can get back into secondary range on this Vermont. Nah, what we'll do is we'll go around the rock. We'll do that. That'll be okay. And I think number 3, like a good mistake for number 3, whenever you is not using enough HE or AP. I feel like I could have been using a little bit more HE in this match to be able to get more permafires on like the Vermont or any other ship, but we'll see. So we only have 1 heal left. I am considering moving back in. Let's see, what is he doing? He's gonna keep pushing down. That's good for me. But I am trying to make sure that this Vermont just keeps pushing in. I want him to be committed. All right, so Vermont, he should be hopping around the corner. Remember the three gun rule. Turn back. Turn back, and by the time he's the shot, his should be around 3 guns. Yep, we're good. And activate that F key. You're trying to get the F key going whenever you have some accuracy on your secondaries, so that you're not just wasting the... Because the secondaries do take time to get more accurate with the dispersion, like with the skill. You do need to time it where you're not just wasting that. So like, for instance, like sometimes if you're cutting away, you do have to use it, that's fine. But sometimes it is better to kind of wait a little bit when you're in range and let it build up for maybe like 10 seconds and then use the F key. But when you're low health and you're kind of just about to die, it's just better just to pump out your F key as much as you can, just to get as much DPM out before you're dead, right? That's kind of the best thing to do. Oh, nice. Nice AP by Petro. Classic, classic. Unfortunately, the Petro is smart, and he's already kited out. So that's going to be a pain in the butt. But yep, at this point, we do need to push back in because the match is over. So let's just push back in. I will say that one big mistake I do see also Brawler BB's doing is not popping their heals early enough. So in some ships, you'll see how some people will sit there and they'll just sit on their heal until it's maxed out. For me, I do that a little bit on this ship just because of how I have it built. But if you have like 5 or 6 heals, you can get away with popping your heal a little bit early, so you're then able to make sure it gets maxed out by the time you have the heal is done. But on this ship, I'll wait a little bit. It kind of depends on the situation. But if I know I'm about to take a lot of damage, I'll pop my heal a little bit early, like before it's maxed out, so that I'm then able to make sure it's not. I'm just not just waiting. Because one of the many ways that people die is they'll wait until they see their heal get to max and then they'll heal. And that's like a big mistake that you see a lot of people make. And you don't want to do that. You want to use your heal a little bit early when you know you're going to take damage. And I'm just getting trolled here with my dispersion. That's why normally in Libertad I use HE just to get more fires, because trying to get that HE or AP damage can be kind of annoying at times, unfortunately. Alright, well, that is going to be it for this match. And the Petro is going to go down, so good match showcasing the Libertad. And I think mistake number 5 is also not watching out for torpedo boats. That's going to be a big one. Not trying to predict where the torpedo boat's going to be, how to angle to it, or how to watch out for those incoming torpedoes. I think the best way to watch out for them is if you know where a likely lane of the torpedoes is going down, like on the 10 line or 8 line, you just keep yourself angled to that where you're always moving. Because if you're not moving, you're an easy target to get killed by torpedo boats. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video. Yeah, not a bad match. It's pretty good. 91k to Petro to Vermont, 33, 22. Not bad. It was pretty good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video. If you guys have any questions about other Brawler Battleships, this video was also a viewer suggestion in the comments of my Yamato video. Somebody asked me to do a video talking about the Libertad, so I decided to do a video on that. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces!